The actual eulogy. Whew. Okay. In a room of 1,000 people, Papa and I would be the least alike. He loves cars and knows how to maintain them. I have to Google how to turn the handbrake off when driving his Lexus. He is tall and plays golf. I am shorter thanks to the very pronounced genes of Mama Sonny and the Laos, and hate the heat of the sun, which is why I never did football like my dad. He can keep a stone-cold poker face despite having quads or a straight flush, or even once in a lifetime a royal flush, while I tweak in excitement with my two pair across him. Papa was very fluent in Tagalog and would always tell my mom that she needed to expose me to more Filipino media growing up. He would therefore try to converse with me in English both as a child and today, and I would do my best to reply, but I would always end up reverting back to English because apparently my Tagalog was not good at all. So, there's a lot of stories I'd like to share about Papa, but I'll keep it to 6. They're very short, don't worry. Probably the most memorable and I guess funny moment that I had with Papa, even if we didn't exchange any words, was one day when I was already in college, which is now I'm third year. I went home quite late, around 4 or 5 in the morning. And if you've heard the other eulogies, you would know that Papa likes to stay up really late to watch golf tournaments or The Godfather for the 30th time. And on that very morning, with a bottle of Cuervo in my hands, he greeted me in the living room and asked, "Oh, saan ka pumunta?" And I said, Papa, sa poblasyon." And he just nodded, and then I went back to my room and slept. He would always like to watch Batang Quiapo every night without fail. Even in the hospital, he would tell Mama to turn it on, despite the fact knowing that he would probably fall asleep 5 minutes later. And whenever he would watch Batang Quiapo, which I think aired at around 8 p.m., that was the signal for everyone that we could depart the dinner table. And I'm really sad that he'll never get to know how the story of Batang Quiapo ends. Papa's Lexus, the third story, it's probably, next to Maramat, his favorite grandchild. And I always feel very pressured whenever I'm driving with him, even if it's not in his Lexus, because for some reason that man knows every road in Manila, and even if you follow Waze, he'll say it's wrong. So I wouldn't recommend driving with him. It's a very stressful experience. It makes you feel like you're a student driver, even if you have years under your belt, but that's something I'll never get to experience again. Along with cars, Papa is a very good handyman. In fact, just last year, we had a flat tire in, I think it was Glorieta. It was just me and my sisters and my mom. None of us, even I, knew how to change the tire. So Papa had to spend around an hour with us changing that tire, even if he was very frustrated because not only could I not really lift the new tire up because I wasn't very strong like him, but I couldn't understand his very deep Tagalog, and that made him very annoyed. Another time last year, as I was just introducing a lot of my friends to my family, Papa saw that we were having a so-called wine night, but we only brought one bottle for the 6 of us. And so he so generously, as a lot of eulogies said, he was very generous, so he generously donated around 3 of these wine bottles that I had never seen in my life, nor do I know where he hid them. And that made our wine night a lot more tipsy, but I'm very thankful for him for being very generous in that way. You've already heard about the stories about Papa's Soler rooms and the random gift certificates he'd get to the restaurants there. I would say it's never a Manila trip for me and my siblings if we don't get to visit Soler even one time, even if it's just an excuse for Papa to play at the casino once in a while. In line with Soler, Papa also gets a lot of random appliances from winning just by being a member there, I think. So we have this little cabinet at home with just every possible appliance you could find at Landers. It would probably be in that place. So recently, we had a mixer that broke down because Sab was baking in Bacolod. And there was thankfully a mixer there because they had 1 or 2 in stock for how many numerous appliances were still there. So with Papa, a lot of our appliances situations or even giveaways to some of our friends were able to be sorted out that way. So I'm very glad that we have that cabinet still there. What therefore will I never get to have anymore now that Papa's gone? I'll never have to creep peacefully into the living room because he won't be there watching golf or The Godfather anymore. I won't have to enter through the other gate in the afternoon because his poker room will not likely be in session without him anymore. And Papa was the only Lola I had because my dad's side Lola, I never saw him. So no one can fill his void. Thank you.